Hmm. Alright. Let's see how long has it been since I talked about Persona 4 Revive. This is gonna be a long video. So last time I talked about Persona 4 Revival, we only got teaser trailers showing Inabu's environments fully detailed and used running cycles.
That's it? That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles! What a rip!
This in itself got Persona fans being doomers about the game and saying it either looks bad or it will be bad. That's besides the point. We got multiple news from the official trailer, official website, and the broadcast video that Atlus released a week after the initial trailer. Now sit back, relax, and probably grab a snack because I'm gonna be dissecting everything while giving my thoughts on some new changes to Revival compared to Golden. So the trailer starts off by showing the Atlus logo on the TV while hearing a person's voice say,
"You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?"
hooking us into the story of Persona 4. For those who haven't played it, of course. By the way, that voice is Chie talking. When I first heard it, I thought it was someone else. That doesn't really sound like Chie to me. After that, we see a close-up of Yu in its high-quality look, watching the Midnight Channel to see Sake there, which is the girl that Yosuke has been crushing on. It later transitions to one of the first cutscenes of the game, and they look really good. I really like Dojima's portrait. It keeps the charm of the original pretty well. Both Dojima's and Adachi's model look good too. But for Adachi, doesn't seem that Atlus made his forehead a little bigger than usual. Another thing to add about the portraits is that I really like how the art for all of them look very similar to early Persona 4 promotion art created by Shigenori Sojima for the game when it originally came out. I find this art style very charming, so I'm glad that Atlus went this route. We later see a mysterious figure with a raincoat, you smirking while watching whatever is showing on the Midnight Channel, and the main trio getting sucked into the TV world. Man, seeing these cutscenes with the level of detail like P3R and P5 is insane to see. We also get to see new animated cutscenes and in-game gameplay of the shadow enemies in this realm. Also, there's no reason for the shadow to be this big. Like, look at the size difference! This is where we finally get to see how they change the overall look of the RPG elements of Persona 4. From what we see here, the characters' portraits are in black and white, the HP color is now blue instead of yellow, the amount of HP and SP is displayed right next to the bar instead of being towards the back of the character's head, and the UI when in battle was changed to fit with the TV aesthetic that P4 had going on. I really like the visualization of the TV channel knob to switch to whatever action you want to do. I also like the addition of the yellow outline being around the characters to put more emphasis on the color theme of the game. The critical animation and text looks pretty nice as well. Then we see Igor and Margaret in the Velvet Room in both anime style and in-game style. Igor also mentions that the heart is strengthened through bonds, which relates to the social links that this game has to offer. Speaking of which, we get to see the new UI for social links and they look amazing. I love the fact that Atlus went back to the designs of the original P4 with the character silhouettes being at the menu screen. When hovering over a character, it will show their details in black and gray with a smooth animation in between to see their portrait. Yukiko looks so cute here, man. So adorable. I'm assuming once you get a bigger party, the rest of the characters will be there along the stairs. Next, we see more cutscenes of interactions between Yukiko, Yosuke, and Chie. Nice addition for Atlus to have a dynamic camera because this results in the cutscenes appearing more up close. It definitely makes you visualize yourself as a third party looking in, and it also helps you to see everyone's expressions more clearly, which is neat. After this, we get to see more Inabu's environments, which look amazing. I already thought the environments looked good in Golden, but this is on another level. The camera angle being behind you definitely shows the nearby stores very well, and I'm really curious on how the insides are going to look. Then we get a look at the fishing minigame. I don't think I played the fishing minigame at all, so I'm unfamiliar with this layout. Yeah, call me a larper. It looks about the same as the original, just with a different angle and a slight UI change. We got some karaoke with the goats, and then we officially get to see Marie in this game, which fully confirms that yes, Revival is a remake of Golden and not the original P4. So people worrying about Golden content being DLC, like what they did with P3 with FES, we can finally put those worries to rest. Like I said before, it's really nice we get to see the characters actually show emotion for the models, and I believe characters like Marie benefit from it heavily. I'm mainly curious on how they're going to do her poems, because while I enjoy her poems, there were no recorded voice lines for a reaction towards us reading her poems. So having those cutscenes while being fully voiced will make these moments way more enjoyable. After this, we get to see Nanako with her portrait and model, and both look great. Expecting more memes to come out for planting veggies. Naruto, Rise, and Kanji look great as well. Although Kanji is getting the Adachi treatment I see. Next, it cuts to Teddy talking to Yu and Yosuke, and I haven't talked about the VAs yet, but this one caught my eye on how different it sounds from Teddy's original VA. Maybe it only sounds like that because he's being serious. It's not bad, but I don't see it growing on me. His portrait looks nice though. It's actually better than the original. Oh! Ew! Dude! We see more cutscenes showing Yosuke's reaction to learning about Saki being killed, and later Chie reacting to her other self. The amount of people I saw being down bad about Xiao Chie is honestly insane. But hey, it's a new era, and this could be someone's introduction to the series, so I get it. Now we get to see more gameplay elements, such as this beautiful animation of Yu, which pops up whenever you get a week, Baton Pass, which I'm pretty sure is in P5, but it allows you to switch to a different party member when you get one more, Parry, which allows you to counter attacks and get an advantage easier, and Prime Time, which is a new addition that allows you to get free turns alongside not having to pay for skills. It also bypasses an enemy's resistance. After that, we see an all-out attack, and in the original game, it was pretty simple. Everyone would just run up on the enemy and a dust cloud would just form and then the enemy was gone. In Revival, it has its own special cinematic animation which looks so cool, dude. Then the trailer ends with Yu's special move to transition to the logo and a release date of February 18th, 2027, which is only 7 months away. I really only have 7 months to beat Persona 5 Royal. Whew, okay. So that was the trailer, everyone. A lot more info as you can see, and honestly, got me more hyped for the game. With that out of the way, let's talk about what was shown on the Japanese website. So the website gives a few more details about the premise of the game, but I mainly want to show off some of the images that are on there. There is one for Yukiko's castle, at the school, at Junes, after school, and a plethora of gameplay screenshots. One thing I would like to add is the overall look of social links. It's a huge step up from Golden. In the original, the UI was just used portraits sitting there and you would toggle each person's rank. I do think the use of colors help compensate for an otherwise alright UI, but in Revival, it looks flawless. I like the use of animation transitions displayed here. It looks pretty similar to how you can check on each party member. We also can't forget about the social link rank up screen. I love the detail of each character being in the corner of Yu's vision with their eyes closed. Someone on Twitter mentioned that the art for Yu looks pretty close to the Persona 4 The Animation complete box set art, and I'm kind of seeing it. Hope this means we can see Aika in the game, huh, Atlas? You know? Please? Anyway, I think it's time to discuss the other elements of P4R that I either vibe with or may dislike. As stated in my original analysis video, I knew the new VAs wouldn't reach the heights of the Golden cast for me, but I think most of them do a great job sounding pretty similar. Paul Castro Jr., for example, who voices Yosuke, already sounds like him when talking regularly, so I think having him is a great casting choice. Same with Chie and Yukiko. I wish each and every VA the best of luck with their vocal take on these characters because so far, they sound pretty good. I'm honestly very curious who's voicing Adachi, not gonna lie. Let me know in the comments if you have any idea who could be voicing him or any other character. The Persona series is well known for its music. I bet you there are many people who haven't played any Persona game but have Persona music in their playlist. I used to be one of those people. So when it came to the remake, I was very interested to hear not only the new songs for this game, but also the remixes that go alongside it. Now, we've been through this cycle before with P3. Since they didn't get Yumi back, Atlas hired a new singer to do new songs and remixes of old songs that fans of P3 cherish so much. And at the time, I really thought P3 fans were overreacting, since for me, it didn't sound much different compared to the original. But there is a difference between hearing a song a few times and getting used to how the song usually sounds. And not gonna lie, this hit me for Persona 4 Revival. And lastly, please keep Shioko Hirata as the main singer for Revival, please. Yeah, so that didn't happen. This has me baffled because if Hirata's not the singer for the remake, then what was she working on in Atlas? Maybe P6? But I don't know. Atlas unfortunately got a new singer for Revival named Shiori Sasaki. And while I do think she does very well for the new song Primetime or Golden Hour, we honestly don't know the name, the remixes are a hit or miss. I rock with Your Affection and parts of Signs of Love, but the other songs are not hitting or sound worse with Shiori's soft-spoken voice. Like, take a listen.
Tell me why you did it after the promise. Still I can't, oh baby, I need your love, looking so deep. Tell me why you did it. Tell me why you did it after the promise. Still again, oh baby, I need your love. Signs of love, all the shadows, but
Yes, I am aware that these are not the clearest versions of these songs. They're literally ripped from the broadcast video, but from what I hear, it's not hitting. I think Shiori will do a way better job with new songs because Primetime sounds amazing and fits with the overall vibe of Persona 4, so I can't wait to hear that. So overall, not a bad change per se, but hopefully we get an option to go back to the original songs. Please, Atlas. Besides the vocal tracks, I think the regular instrumental tracks sound amazing, like the victory theme period. Anyway, to end off this section, I will say for the most part, the songs sound good, but I'm not feeling too positive on the remixes. If you have seen the broadcast video, it introduced new mechanics for the gameplay, that being guarding, send flying, which allows you to possibly spread an element that's on an enemy that you attack to other enemies, prime time, and baton pass. I have no problem with guarding. It's actually very useful. You know how many times I missed an attack and ended up at a disadvantage? They were brutal. Send flying looks cool and can be useful for later battles, but baton pass in prime time, feeling iffy. Don't get me wrong, both can be a nice mechanic and can make the battles even more interesting, but I'm afraid this makes the game easier. Assuming you get a 1 more for the character you switch to, you could hypothetically do insane damages and get through enemies way easier through cheese. It also looks the same way for prime time. The fact that all attacks bypasses an enemy's resistance alongside skills not costing any SP just screams immense cheese. Now, I don't know the extent this goes for Baton Pass, but based on hearing people say P5 was pretty easy, even on Merciless, I don't have high hopes. Atlas, please stop watering down your difficulty. I may suck, but I don't need to be babied. But who knows, maybe it's not as bad as I'm saying, and all of this will age terribly once the game comes out, right? Right? Whatever new mechanics arises in these future trailers, I just hope it doesn't hinder the difficulty. Persona ain't Persona without its difficulty, man. It's that simple. To wrap up this video, I want to say that I'm still hyped for Revival. Persona 4 Golden is one of my favorite games ever, and this remake is shaping up to be one of the best in the series. Despite some hiccups here and there, I believe Atlus will give us a great product that veterans of the series will like alongside newcomers. Until there's more substantial news, that will be it for me on the Persona side. Yeah, probably. Have a good one, and take care.